Well, hello there, boys and girls, and welcome to this special 2-hour edition of Jazz and Coffee, coming to you from the studios of the Moth FM here in Chester, in the UK. It's sunny, it's warm, it's 85 degrees, unbelievable. Now then, we've got three very special guests today. We've got Lynn Roundtree, we've got Castella, and we've got Christian de Bassone. And we've also got a good mix of some of the best music that's hit the industry this week. And we'll start off with this brand new track from Roberto Vesquez featuring David Margam. It's called Bonita. Bonita there, the new release from Roberto Vesquez with David Margam. A couple of Spanish-type people together. One's Cuban, one's Spanish. I don't know. It's always the same language, isn't it? Vortex from Andrea Lisa. Now, this is nice too. Vortex there from Andrea Leza. Now then, Frank Piambo. He actually brought this out a little while ago. It's called Lucas Groove, and he's doing extremely well. Lucas Groove there from Frank Piembo. Brand new out this week, Spanish Nights from Greg Chambers. Spanish Nights there from Greg Chambers. Now then, Terry Woolman, brand new track this week. Come On, Urgent. Very smooth. Rather sudden ending, wasn't it? Come on, Erdell from Terry Woolman. Midnight Rendezvous. Up next here on the Moth FM, this is Mark James. Very smooth indeed. Mark James there with Midnight Rendezvous. Carrying on, Michael Broomring, brand new track. It's called Talk to Me. It features Marion Meadows. This is his. Well, that was nice and smooth, wasn't it? Michael Bruning and Talk to Me with Mario Meadows. I'll hear more from Michael later. In the meantime, this is Atmosphere from Brian Andrews. After this, we'll have a chat with Costello. Atmosphere there from Brian Andrews. Now, Costello's got a brand new track out, but before that, I thought we'd have a listen to something she did a little while ago.
Talk to me. You turned and looked at me. You noticed me. You smiled at me. Wow. Ooh, hey. So glad I met you. So glad, baby. I want you next to me. So glad you get me. So glad, yeah. I know you understand the crazy quirks of me. I'm crazy. I wanna up. You bring me so much joy, boy. I'm so glad I met you. You bring out the best in me. You make me feel so free to be me. Don't ever go away, boy. I just want you to stay. So glad I met you. Oh, yeah. I want you next to me. So glad you get me. I'm glad, baby. I know you understand the crazy quirks of me. Oh, yeah. I wanna hold your hand. So glad I met you. I'm glad, baby. So glad I met you. Ooh, glad I met you. I'm so glad. I want you next to me. I want you next glad to you me. Get me. Oh, yeah. I know you understand the crazy quirks of me. I'm crazy, baby. Won't you be my man? So glad I met you. So glad, so glad. You know I got to have you next to me. You got me seeing things I never thought I could be. I'm gonna shout it from the highest peak that I'm free and I'm me, 'cause you're next to me.
So, tell me what's been going on.
Well, I've just been, got a record coming out tomorrow. So I've been working.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I've got it playing already.
Well, thank you so much for playing it already. I appreciate that.
All right.
Yeah, that's been, been my priority, of course. Doing some live shows here and there, and just getting out and singing. That's what I've been doing, and still continuing to write, and looking, it never stops. It stops, and it's never ending. So I'm already looking forward to, what's next. And but yeah, just having a good time collaborating with others, and but right now, this moment, it's right now all about intoxicated love for me, right now.
Well, yeah. So what's this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? I mean, can't you get enough?
Oh my goodness! Yes, that's actually part of my lyrics.
I know. I obviously I've been listening to it because we've got it on the radio.
And and that line is because usually typically on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we're complaining about beginning of the week. We're almost there. And so, but as the song goes, I'm not going to complain because I'm loving on this person that I found. So, yeah.
I love your cover as well. I think it's lovely.
Oh, thank you so much. My daughter is my photographer, and she took she did another great cover of me. So yeah, she's done all of them so far, with the exception of two of them. But all the rest of them, she's been the photographer, and we have a good time going out and scouting places. And we just stumbled upon, actually there's a really cool club in Long Beach. And actually all of my pictures have been taken in my hometown in Long Beach. And so we had kind of went to one spot, and it was a little bit too dark and busy. And when we passed by the place we ended up going, I said, okay, we're going to come back here if this doesn't work. And I we drove by it, and I said, oh my goodness, I forgot. And then I did a U-turn, went back, and they were kind of closed, and but a band was leaving out the door, and I was like, oh man. And I talked to the band leader, and she's like, you should just go in. And I went in and talked to the folks that were in there, and I was like, hey, can I just take a couple pictures? And it was perfect, the perfect vibe for what I was looking for. So yeah,
it's great when a plan comes together, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We just try to make it happen. I needed a picture because I knew the song was coming out, on the 9th, and we just had to kind of pull it all together, and it all worked out. So thank you.
It's a pleasure. Part of an album, or are you using it as a single?
It's just a single. I don't know. I mean, the next EP I plan to do will maybe be an inspirational kind of a thing, or a straight ahead jazz EP. This is just a single.
You fancy a bit of straight ahead, do you?
Yeah, I do.
I seem to remember our last conversation.
Yeah, I have to do straight ahead. Absolutely, I'm excited about that. One of my inspirations is Sarah Vaughan, and so my straight ahead EP will be songs that she's done, and kind of a, I guess, a tribute to her will be what my straight ahead jazz EP will be.
All right, so this will be on Jazz and Coffee on Saturday.
Okay.
You will be sharing the limelight with Lynn Roundtree, who I'll be speaking to in an hour or so. And the start of the new season of Jazz and Coffee, back after our little foray.
It's funny. I called Lynn up because I saw he had a song coming out. I was like, oh my goodness, you're releasing the song at the same time, and because he's a powerhouse, and he's like, you're a vocalist. I'm like, okay. So he's like, I'm not worried about you. So yeah, he's like, we're different. He said, now if you were a trumpet player, different, but
you're both going to be on together. Don't worry about it.
No, he's a good friend. I saw him a few months ago. He was out here performing, and got a chance to say hello, give him a big hug, and he just actually is just so encouraging to me. He it pumps me up, and tells me to keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and it really feels good, to get compliments and encouragement from your fellow artists like him, and he's amazing. So tell him I said hello, please.
I will. I'll say I'll be speaking to you very shortly.
Just excited and buzzed about the release of the record tomorrow, and just really happy that it's getting a lot of early airplay, and people are digging the song. So I'm just hoping that people get up and dance and play it all summer.
Well, I think it'll be a great summer hit. Absolutely.
I hope so. That was the plan. Just a little bit of background on it. Last year, I kind of wrote the song last year. And I was talking to my producer, Daryl Swan, and he was like, hey, you need to do a Patrice Rushen kind of vibe and up-tempo something or other. And I was like, okay. And I called up Jeff Kennedy, who is the producer of the track, and I said to him, do you have anything like Patrice Rushen-ish? And he said, no, I don't. He said, but I have a groove that I know you'll love. And he sent it over to me, and the track was called Intoxicated. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I listened to it, and I really liked it. And then, I just, a lot of times if someone sends me a track to write to, they entitle the songs something. And so I kind of took that he titled it Intoxicated, and I kind of ran with it. I looked up the word, what does intoxicated mean, and just kind of came up with a storyline, and wrote the song, and finished it within a day. And it's like, okay, cool,
wow.
I got it. And he went in and, he did his thing in the studio, but we kind of had a hiccup because I wanted to release it last summer. So we kind of had a hiccup in the studio with the track, and he was finally able to, get it right. But summer had already passed, and it was, Christmas time, and so the song was kind of put on the back burner. But, we brought it back to life, and here it is. But it was, a fun process. That's why I said it was a year in the making for me, because I wrote it last year in hopes of releasing it in the summer last year. But now was the perfect time for it. And, it's just been great, the anticipation of it, and and it's just a fun song. You know, when I kind of look back and listen at the lyrics, I'm like, okay, that was pretty cool what you wrote, and I had a lot of fun with it.
Excellent. We'll let the people have a listen.
Okay,
And,
well, I hope you dig it. You know, Intoxicated Love. I hope it'll be your summer jam. Lay it all summer.
You take care.
All right, Dr.
You take
Glenn,
care.
Dr. G. I'll talk to you soon. Okay,
cheers.
bye.
Well, all right, Out here on this dance floor, I can't take no more of this pressure that's been weighing on me. I just wanna feel this groove and get me out this mood. See, I wanna leave and take you with me. Your moves, they got me tipsy, baby. I'm kinda dizzy, kinda blinded by you. This time, I don't think we're playing, babe. You're like my cup, I wanna drink you up. I'm intoxicated by you. Boy, you got that groove. I'm intoxicated by you. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You see, I can't complain because I'm breathing and believing in your love. I was collided on that floor. Can you be for real? Cause what you did to me, it really messed me up. You're like my champagne, baby, or my whiskey, or some Hennessy. So smooth and dark brown ecstasy. I'm so glad you decided to leave with me. I'm intoxicated by you. Boy, you got that groove. I'm intoxicated by you. I'm intoxicated by you. Boy, you got that groove, yeah. I'm intoxicated by you. When I'm with you, you're my ecstasy. You got me dizzy from this fantasy. You got that groove, and I'm tipsy, baby, and I'm blinded by the way you make me feel. I'm intoxicated by you. Boy, you got that groove, yeah. I'm intoxicated by you.
Well, as predicted to be the hit of the summer, Castello there and Intoxicated Love. Let's do this, says Johnny Britt, featuring Nils. A lot more to come in this extended version of Jazz and Coffee. Stick with it. Let's do this from Johnny Brett featuring Nils. A quick mention to Heidi Tan, Mike Murray, Jackie Oss, Patrick Yandel, Jacqueline Cohen Beatty, James Kolar and Jackie Brown, who have all been following our epic adventures across America for the last 6 weeks. This, in the meantime, is Damien Escobar and Taboo. Damien Escobar there with Taboo. This is under a Big Blue Sky from Terrio. And further mentions for Karina Pierce, Yvonne Harris, Bernie Scott, Colleen Kellner, Dragina can't say it, Orbogovic, Linda Lemon, and of course my good friend Lydia Pierce. Terrio there with Under a Big Sky. Yeah, Terry Disley and Say No More. And Inge Augustina, Rosemary Sonia, Alice Christensen, Russ Norton, Castella, and Harry Hayes. All following here on the Moth FM. Let's carry on. After this, we'll see from Christian Timasone. Say No More, quite a jolly little tune. Now, who can forget the phenomenal success of Latin Giant Production from a couple of years ago? This is it, just in case you've forgotten. on the success of Latin Giant Products that did extremely well on the old Moth FM. Following that, you came out with Hispanica. Now then, you've got another new track. Went out yesterday. You Only Live Twice. James Bond theme of Blues.
It's not actually. There is a section in the song that is a nod to Bond, but it's not actually the melody of the original Nancy Sinatra sung theme song. It's not. It's a brand new song, and it has one section in it that gives a horn section nod to the Bond melody. But yeah, man, and it means a lot of different things. As a matter of fact, right before you called, my wife and I were just on the computer making the video for it. And the concept of it is more like the man who fell to Earth, so to speak, alien from another planet whose resources are dwindling, and he hears a pulse from another planet in the faraway galaxy, and he travels to find out what it is, in hopes that it will be a cure or something that could sustain him and his people. And he arrives on planet Earth, and he gets repaired, almost like the $6 Million Man. They fix him, and his antidote is bass frequencies, like the live music instrumentation. Like he has to go hear live music in order for him to keep alive, which is real, which is the idea of the song, you know. So that's really what it is. It's second chances, man. I mean, you and I understand that because we have a doctor that tells us every 3 or 6 months when we get our checkups, hey, man, you know, your blood sugar's doing bad. Hey, man, your eyes are going on you. Hey, man, your spine is disintegrating. Hey, man, you know. So we all have to always deal with this reality that we have to fight to make sure we stay alive and to do the right things to keep ourselves standing erect, you know, and so it's a nod to that reality, kind of.
Yeah, it's a very very solid sound, quite fat in the horn department on that middle eight riff, as you mentioned.
You like the song?
Yes, I do. I when Mel sent it to me, I played it, and yeah, okay. So. Very fat version there. You Only Live Twice from Christian de Maisonneuve. Now then, this is Bread and Butter Pudding. It's from Jeff Bradshaw, brand new out yesterday. Bread and Butter Pudding there from Jeff Bradshaw. Quite a blower on his trombone runner. Nicholas Cole and A Table for Two. Must be an empty restaurant, it's very echoey. That was very sweet, wasn't it? Nicholas Cole and Table for Two. Shout out for Stuart McClaw, Warren Keller, Rebecca Balonso, Suzanne Kloiber, Murray Ratzlaff, Carolyn Wilson Spence, and Margot Jan KP Tucker. Thanks for listening, boys and girls. Oh, and don't forget Martha Zettel as well. In the meantime, this is Ron Boss and DNA, featuring Jeff Lorber. Ron Bossa there and DNA featuring Jeff Lorber. Further mentions from Nick Taylor, John Vargas, Michael Levine, Marie Bracero, Angelique Music, and Mel Albin. Well, everybody's listening to the show today. This is Right In There from Combo. Right in there from Combo. The Ron Brothers. They've got a brand new track out called Double Down. I'm dedicating this to my good friend Mark Ullman, who shared the Queen Mary 2 with me last week and isn't feeling too well at the moment. Haven't got his land legs back. The Ron Brothers blowing their horns into the sunset with Double Down. And then Lynn Roundtree's been around for a little while and played with some awesome people. Michael Bruning, one of them. This is Lava Java. How you doing?
Hey, Dr. Glenn, how are you?
Well, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's just been so much turnaround. Just got my daughter's it's her last day of last week of school. We got graduation. She called me crying this morning, and her mother. It's just one thing after another. Because I've been gone for months, and then for a month, and then it's just. I mean, everyone's pulling at me, and I'm normally not like this, so I appreciate your patience with me.
It's all right. We can put up with it. It's only now and again, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Jeez.
Oh, dear me. Right, Jazz and Coffee goes out tomorrow. We're going to be promoting your new track.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
One or two other bits and pieces that you've done along the way. Castella sends her love, by the way.
Oh yeah, tell her I said that. What's up?
Obviously, you've gone off and you've done joined the fraternity and done your degree, and you've had to study Miles Davis and Quincy Jones, etc., etc. But before you had to do it, who was your real inspiration?
Before I studied, like who was kind of came to mind?
Who turned you on to make you want to be a trumpeter?
Well, my father actually. My father he played the bugle, and his mother, not bugle, but he played the cornet. His mother played the cornet, and she passed on early, and he took up the cornet, but he didn't stick with it. He transitioned over to the guitar. So when I was in the house that I was growing up with, he had you have that one really clean white room that kids aren't allowed to. You can go through, but you can't spend any time in this room. It's supposed to be the showcase room, and he had that cornet on a mantelpiece. And my dad was like I tell you, he's the original Jedi master. He said, "Hey, look, son, you can walk through this room. I don't want you playing in this room. This is obviously your house. Don't touch anything, and you can touch anything in this room except for that cornet. You cannot touch that cornet. That is so special. If you touch it, you're going to get in trouble." And so, of course, it burned a hole in the side of my head every time I walked through, wanting to touch that cornet. And one day, I bit the bullet. He was going away on a trip, and I said, "Let me just pull it down and just hold it and try to play it and see what it is." So he had a pin on it, like a little safety pin, and fell off. And of course, I had to fess up to the fact that I had touched it, and I just wanted to touch it. And I was so sorry and apologetic. He said, "Well, you want to make it up to me? You don't want to be in trouble?" I said, "Yeah, Dad, I'm so sorry." He said, "Well, now you got to play it. You got to pick it up in school and take a semester of band." And I said, "Okay, well, I'll do it." He said, "But you can't play that. We'll rent you a Bundy, and you can pick that up, play that." And so I did for a semester, and then he kept saying I had to keep going, and then after a while, I liked it, and upon graduating high school, I got a scholarship for it at Florida A&M University, that combined scholarship, that and a business scholarship. And he said, "See, well, that trumpet, got you some money, got you in a place that you want to be." He was like, "And I'm proud of you, son, for sticking with it." And then when I graduated college, he gave that cornet to me as one of my gifts and said, "Hey, you take it and put it on your mantelpiece wherever you are in life, and that'll remind you that it took a lot of hard work to get there, but you could do it." And so it's on my mantelpiece right now. Of course, my daughter doesn't want to touch it and doesn't want anything to do with the trumpet because she hears Dad practice all day, and she's "I don't want anything to do with the trumpet. You can have it." So that no one's going to touch it now. It's on my mantelpiece though.
That's pretty awesome. Right, so new track, Solid. Ryan Lavalette or Valet.
Ryan Lavalette.
How did that come about?
So Michael Broning and I have worked together. This is now the third CD that where I've been able to work with Michael Broning. The first was back on Stronger Still on a song called Pass the Groove, and we had never worked before, together before. That was my sixth album, and we decided to, he shot me a track, and that track, showed us that we should be working together moving forward, because that was the first track that went to #1 on the national Billboard charts, and just popped me off on a worldwide sense with that type of music. So we figured our vibe was great, and so we did a couple of tunes on the next album. Both went to number one on the National Billboard charts with Fluid and Release. And so, of course, now from this point forward, we're going to continue to work together. So he worked on 2 songs on this latest project, Solid being one of them. And, just like we always do, he sent a track saying, man, I got a track for you, man. I think you might like it. Because now he knows my vibe. He knows what I like. And so he sent that over, and immediately I said, man, this is my track. I love it. Let's put some horn to it and figure out where we're going with it. I put the melody down. Then we sent the track over to Mel Brown and Freddie Fox. It is usually what we do is our protocol, and they brought it back and took it up another level. And then we decided, well, we need, instead of a lot of our songs feature a keyboard solo, and we said, why don't we be different this time, and why don't we get a guitar in? I kind of hear a guitar. And, of course, my new label mate, he's really making I had done some tracks for him on his debut project. I did 2 tracks for him, and felt like we had good synergy, and I loved his tone. I loved when he played. And so let's try him out on the track. And, man, he sent back what you hear today is exactly what he sent back. That one take that I sent him, I said, man, I really like this take.
Yeah.
Mike liked it. He loved it. Dropped it in, put some compression on it, and got now. I think we said, man, this how we went all around the world trying to come up with names. I was like, well, we just call it Solid because that's the first thing that came to mind when we got that song. I said, man, give me that groove, pass that groove over to me, man, because this is something that I need in my life, man, and that's all. That song called Pass the Groove. That's how Solid came out. Solid was just.
It's a terrific piece. Terrific piece. Like you say, it's got a hell of a groove to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a feel good groove, man. So it's got some funk to it. It's just a nice solid groove, man. Nothing else you can say about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because when Jeff sent me the track, I think it was Wednesday, I'd only had it a couple of moments and just listened to it, and I got straight on to Jeff and said, I got to speak to Lynn. I've got to speak to Lynn.
Thank you.
And he said, well, I'll get hold of him and see what he says. And because, yeah, you know what happened today, but
yeah, exactly. Come on, man.
So is this just a single or a part of an album?
Well, no, this is actually the second single released from the new album called The Message.
Right. Yeah, I'll have to get on to Jeff and get the rest of the album because he hasn't sent it to me. So.
Yeah, you gotta get the rest of the album, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get the rest of the album because the album comes out. So the single is we're pushing it out now, but going for ads date is actually 14th. The album comes out June 16th. So It's You came out so early. Then I guess he had some other people in the rotation that It's You started to come off the charts, and it wasn't any energy behind that going into launching the new CD. So Jeff said, "Look, let's just release another single, so at least we got some energy going into the new album release." And so that's why it came out. But the album's coming out the same week. So
awesome.
And it's my 8th project. It's my 8th project now. So my 5th with Trippin' and Rhythm Records.
You're getting to be quite busy these days, aren't you?
You know, it's what we pray for when we're sitting in our basement, you know, trying to practice, and you know, we're looking at Facebook and we're seeing other artists do their thing and travel all over the world, and you're saying, "Hey, man, I think I should be doing this. I should be on this show, that show." And then, so you can't complain when you get it and when you're on the road all the time. So I always take a step back when things get hectic and tough, and I say, "Hey, man, this is what I prayed for. This is what I asked for. So I just have to bite the bullet and take it and do it and be appreciative."
Absolutely. Okay. Well, we'll let the people have a listen.
All right. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it so much for your support and love, and you know, look forward to speaking with you again, man. Look forward to hearing how your audience likes the tune. So.
Yeah, sure. Well, you take care of yourself and all that lot.
All right,
have a great weekend.
Doctor.
Cheers.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right, cheers.
Glenn Roundtree there with a Solid featuring Ryan LaValle. Our final track of the day, Ellis White, Keeping It Real, at number 1 for a record-breaking 44 weeks in the Moth FM Top 10. He's got a brand new track coming out in July. Until then, keep it real. Ellis White there and Keeping It Real. You have been listening to Jazz and Coffee, coming to you from the studios of the Moth FM here in Chester in the United Kingdom. I'm Dr. Glyn. Our theme music is by Kurt Fisher. Until next week, keep it smooth.